Greetings, Outlanders, to the BroTalk, the most randomic podcast with subject made up from stardust to make you think. My name is Augusto,
And my name is Marcus.
and today we're excited to talk a little bit about
Philosophy,
and
maybe psychology.
some kind. This episode will be divided
Yeah.
into two, split in two parts. Okay,
Alright.
so let's ramble a bit.
Just for you guys to know, we have no degree in psychologist or
Neither
sociology or anything. So we're just talking about some little things that we know.
I just have a little background, as if you follow us for a while, you know I work as a therapist. I work with holistic practices, psychoanalysis, this kind of thing. So I have a bit of knowledge about the mind, psychology, and everything. So I'll try my best to not say anything stupid. I will strive to it. So,
Alright.
where do we begin?
Well, I don't know, maybe talking about society. Because I was reading something recently talking about the essential elements of society, of our living experience. And some of them are order, chaos, and drama. It comes from a lot of time ago. And then I think we should start talking about it.
Alright, order and chaos.
Order,
Oh boy.
chaos, and drama, of course.
We already have an entire episode on that.
Yeah, I think so, for sure.
To probably get on that. So this episode, oh my god, I'm just tripping on my tongue. This episode will probably be about order, chaos, and drama. Probably, not making any promise.
And by the way, I was reading about this and watching some videos about this with Jordan Peterson. I think you know about him. And this is part of his studies. So, just for you to know, if you want to read something else. It's a very controversial political man, but it's not about politics, it's about psychologists.
Well, I think his fight was against some stupid rules.
Yeah,
He
sure.
thinks that won't help solve any problems that people say those rules, laws will solve.
Yeah, for sure.
This was his fight, and that what made him a political guy. There's nothing about doing it.
But before that,
He's a psychology teacher in University I think, of Toronto.
I think it's Harvard. I'm not sure.
No, he's Canadian.
But
Okay.
he went to the US, I think.
Does it? Well, big university guy teaches that. Period.
Yeah, and all his classes, I think, that were ministered in the year of 2017 are public. So if you wanna watch it on YouTube, you're gonna.
They're free.
Yeah, they're really free. So
Yeah. And he went to Joe Rogan's podcast, I think twice or
Oh, yeah.
3 times. I'm not sure.
I have not watched it, but
You should.
maybe good.
I've listened to both of them.
Have you listened to David Goggins on Joe Rogan podcast?
No, I haven't.
That's really
I
good.
should. I should go Goggins and Joko Willings.
He also went there twice. David Goggins. I think 2018 and 2020 or something like that.
Cool. I'll check it. But, well,
So, elements of society, the basic elements, chaos, order, and drama. I think there are 4 of them, but I forgot the name of the 4th one.
well, I think if we, just talk about order and chaos, we have a lot of ground to cover.
For sure, so let's go order and chaos.
Order and chaos. Well, the universe, the entirety of this gigantic mass of materia
Yeah,
is made up of order and chaos constantly. I'm even talking physically, right? Physical elements like
Yeah.
walls and
Sure. The conception of our universe, the Big Bang, it's
Order.
chaos.
Yeah,
And after that, after a long time of chemical stuff, order. Some kind of order at least.
some kind of, because every time something gets to an order, it has to go back into chaos. So things
Yeah.
keep going forward. For example, let's get our lives, for example, comfort zone, right? I'm getting philosophical just at the beginning. Oh boy. But we talk a lot about getting out of the comfort zone.
Yeah.
So when we are in our comfort zone, we are in order. But to progress, to advance in life, we have to strive to get out of our comfort zone,
which is
chaos. And then, by the time we dive deep into this chaos, we start putting things back in order. So we go into chaos again, and so on and so forth. We also have this conception in Chinese philosophies, yin and yang. It's quite famous.
Yeah, it is.
The principle of yin yang, the balance of everything. And when you study what really is yin yang, Chinese medicine, for example, we get to see that it's dynamic.
Yeah.
Sometimes you think of yin and yang as good and evil or something like that, but no, we talk about the movement of life, day and night, warmth and cold,
masculine and
feminine, all the opposites, and they talk to each other. And this movement, one generates the other. For example, we use to teach yin and yang, we talk about the ice cube experience, right?
All right.
Because we learned that too much yang becomes yin, and too much yin becomes yang. So we get the ice cube. It's cold. It's really, really cold. It's purely yin. If you put an ice cube on your skin, it will get so in that it starts to burn. It turns yang. You can burn yourself with ice, with cold.
Yeah,
so
it's the same thing government-wise. If you want too much order, it's gonna become a tyranny or something like that.
And too much chaos,
it's gonna become an anarchy,
for example. And you can remember, I don't recall exactly which episode we talked about the opposites, the law of polarity, where when you go too much, too extreme to a side, it becomes the other. Remember?
Yeah, I remember that. I can't remember the episode right now.
Yes, I think I even used as example Nazism. It was so extreme that you can't know which side it is actually if you philosophically look at it.
Yeah.
Not politically, not historically, philosophically, please. So yin and yang is the same concept. When you go too extreme for both sides, it turns the other. The extremes converge.
Sure.
It's basically that, order and chaos. Because if you get to a frozen order, it starts becoming chaotic. Because you start seeing problems that may not even exist. And when you face problems, it's what if not chaos?
All right. Okay.
So we're in this constant wheel of order and chaos, order and chaos. So life happens. In nature, right? You get the trees, you have the seed. It's order. You plant it and starts a chaotic movement. So it starts to bloom, right? You have the roots and comes up, sprouts, and becomes a tree.
Yeah.
And then this tree is salt, pure order. Then the seasons come and you have autumn. And autumn, leaves starts to fall and starts preparing itself for the winter. And then you have chaos to generate another order. And then comes spring and another chaos for summer. And so on and so forth. It's life, it's order and chaos.
Yeah, normal cycles of nature, yeah.
And then you get drama, which is social interaction. Human being interacting with another human being.
Everything, our life is a drama. The problems we go through and everything.
Yes, because when you face a problem, oh my god, I have this problem, it's so hard, so complex, and blah blah blah. And then the dramatic, at some extent, when we say someone's being dramatic, we start to think, the person is overreacting.
Yeah, sure.
Problem. Not that exactly. Sometimes.
Sometimes it is.
Many cases, most cases, people overact the problems. But we're talking about the simple fact of interacting with the problem. It is a case of drama.
Yeah.
Our human relationships too.
Another thing I want to add.
Please.
We were talking about chaos and order.
Right.
And those things are often conceptualized as masculine and feminine because masculine and feminine are the basic things that we know since
Polarity.
Yes, since we know that we are
Alive.
alive.
Homo sapiens
And
sapiens.
200 million years ago, we already had the conception of man, women, and child. So, order and chaos, which one is masculine and which one is feminine?
Chaos is masculine. Female is feminine. No, right.
Order is feminine.
Order is feminine.
No, it's the contrary.
Not the contrary.
It is.
Why?
Because chaos is origin and matter. The same thing I said to you about the Big Bang, origin and matter, and order is the masculine because I don't know exactly how to explain that.
Interesting.
But that was what I was reading.
It's an interesting point, but I completely disagree with that.
That's why I asked you. Why you completely disagree with that?
If you take a Jewish Kabbalah, alchemical view, Hermetic view, many philosophies would suggest exactly otherwise. Even Chinese yin yang would suggest otherwise.
Okay, but why?
Because when you have order, it's stopped. When you are in order, you tend not to get chaotic. You want to keep things in order.
Alright.
Chaos is necessary for you to move to advance. But we tend to stuck in order. That's why we have problems getting out of comfort zone.
Okay.
And chaos is movement, it's rapid movement. Things desperately happening. So when you take an alchemical view or a Jewish Kabbalah view, we have left and right, not political, please. I'm talking about philosophy here. Left and right. Left, and it can even get to politics. You understand in a second. Left is expansion. It's stimulus. It's going forward, and it's a masculine energy. That's why men are usually the people who do things.
Okay, but you are taking it as society. I was taking it as nature.
No, I'm taking as everything. I take as philosophy, as energy. Not people. I'm a man, my wife is a woman. Not as people.
Okay, I got you.
It's energy.
Keep going.
So it's a masculine urge. You can get nature who goes forward to procreate. The males or the females. The males strive so they procreate.
Yeah, alright.
Sperm cells. How many sperm cells do we need to stimulate one egg cell? There are many. You can also get the example of rain. Philosophically, rain can be considered as a nature sperm cell. And those sperm cells from nature will fertilize how many seeds? One seed will get fertilized.
Yeah, gotcha.
That's the thing. And stimulus is a masculine energy.
Okay.
You can see images of the upwards pointing triangle as the masculine energy. And feminine is this right pillar, which is restricted. Remember the egg cells? We have one egg cell. You basically select one of the sperm cells.
Okay.
It will eliminate all the others. Oh, I'm going to restore order.
Interesting.
You have the earth receiving the rain, and there's the seed beneath it. It has to sprout.
Alright, interesting.
So the earth gets water necessary to make that seed start growing. It doesn't get all of the rain. Can you imagine if you put all of the rain in one seed? it will simply disappear, it will rot in so many water. So Earth selects. So let's get things in order again.
Interesting.
So another chaos can begin.
Alright.
So you have this mechanic, this yin and yang mechanic. Oh, let's get things in order so another chaos can begin.
That makes sense.
And just to complete it, you have, remember I said, the upward pointing triangle to be the masculine energy.
Yeah.
You have the downwards pointing triangle to represent the feminine energy, you know, like a funnel, a cup. It represents also the uterus. You have that symbology in the Star of David.
Yeah.
It's that one of the many symbolisms. And yin and yang, yin is the passive energy, the one who receives things, which is feminine. And you have yang, which is the active energy, the doer things, the go-getter things, which is masculine. Yeah. So, in my approach, I think chaos is masculine and order feminine.
Yeah, it's kind of different. But that was the only example I saw, and I had not a lot of time to think about it. And in this example I said to you, I think that is the contrary.
It makes sense too, right? I'm trying to figure out, make a reverse engineer on the thought here.
No, I got your explanation. I think it makes a lot of sense. But on that example I gave you, I think it's the contrary.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to do. To do the reverse engineer on your example. Let's say.
And it also made me think about something, because in your whole explanation I just could think about one thing: how women are way more selective than us. So that makes
we just do.
Yeah. And also in relationships. What I was trying to approach here.
Women are much more picky than men.
Yeah. And there's a good reason for that, so. But alright, could you think about something?
Well, on your example, it's correct, but I think it's not complete. That's right, it gets to this point that chaos is feminine or the masculine. Because I think we get order to masculine because usually men put things in order, society.
Yeah.
Men rule, basically.
Yeah, I think that not that women are not capable of ruling.
But I think it's
what
happens most.
Yeah, I think that we are more inclined to do
more
that.
prone to do this, to take lead
on
things. Right.
That's also in nature.
Nature.
Wolves and every
many
type
animals,
of animal.
lions.
Yeah.
Many animals have that. Every type of animal that has a group, the males rule, because they're responsible for defending, procreating, etc., etc., etc. But I think, because if we think on society, men and women usually will have a ruler. The only time a ruler will get to, make peace with things, put things in order, is because he has a strong woman with him.
Yeah, for sure.
There's even a saying, I think old people saying, right? You can only have a strong man if you have a strong woman. If the man is strong but the woman is weak, the man will be weak.
Yeah.
But a weak man can get strong by having a strong woman with him. So I think that's the dynamic.
Yeah,
I think that's
really true.
So when, in this example, the man is an agent of order because he has a strong woman with him. Like in the animal kingdom, when can a male animal lead the group? When he can have a sexual partner, which usually is the first one, the strongest, the most fertile female, which will be the stronger woman in this example. So I think it can be men can be an agent of order by the point has a strong woman, which gets to alchemy, right? The alchemical marriage it's called, when masculine forces marry the feminine forces. So they complete each other and have this movement, yin and yang, in balance.
Okay, balance.
So you get this alchemical, this perfect couple, right? Feminine energies interacting constantly with masculine energies. You have this constant interaction when each one will be an agent of order and chaos. And this generates a drama.
Sure.
A life drama.
Nice one. Come on.
I like to think. That's why there are subjects to make you think a little bit.
Okay. And yeah, you're right. We both have chaos and drama. Chaos and order and drama. Every time.
Right.
I forgot what is the fourth element. Let me take a look. I think I wrote this somewhere. There was a fourth one. What is?
Isn't thinking a drama?
Drama and fiction. Alright.
Isn't your struggle to remember that fiction is fiction a drama?
Yeah, it is.
So,
Okay.
talk a little about fiction. I
haven't studied fiction yet.
nothing. Now.
Well, I could try to guess something, but...
So let's make conjectures.
Fiction.
What is life if not conjecture?
Okay.
Come on.
I don't know exactly what he meant for fiction in this case, but...
Let me just make a point here. The
Alright.
basis of philosophy is to make conjectures.
Sure.
Try to guess things. That's philosophy. That's the beauty of philosophy. It's not reading a book, oh, Plato said this and that. No, it's try to think like Plato and to, disprove him.
That's the
That's
whole idea.
that's how the scientific method works,
Yeah,
you have
sure.
this thesis, all scientists in the world try to prove it wrong.
Sure.
And when no one can prove it wrong, then that's scientifically proved.
Sure. That's really cool.
So let's make conjectures, let's philosophize.
Fiction.
I just created this word, philosophize.
Philosophize.
Does it exist? I don't know. Now it exists. Because I created it.
I don't know if it exists, but okay.
I just made
It
up.
doesn't sound so bad.
Yeah.
Fiction. Well, the first thing that came to my mind is created drama. Maybe you create something that's on your head, like depression. Maybe no, it's not the same. It's not the same thing. You don't create depression, but
I get your point.
I think you got my point. You come to be depressed because of something that maybe is not a real drama.
Let's change the name. Let's change our disease, right?
All
It's
right.
not depression, it's anxiety.
Anxiety, okay.
You
We're
think
thinking a
so
lot
hard,
about the
so
future.
powerfully of a problem that may not even come to existence, and then you have a problem.
Yeah. Would it be some kind of fiction? I don't know exactly what you mean by fiction in this case, but
It could possibly be. It's an approach, a good one, actually.
all right. So, do you have another idea of fiction?
Let's dismantle.
Maybe we live in a matrix or something, and we live in a fiction.
Well,
On a Catholic way, maybe we live in a fiction because the life is just the afterlife, after you die.
actually, almost all religion
Yeah,
is the same.
sure.
Not a Catholic. Everything
Sure.
that
I don't know why I said that.
that looks at the spiritual realm,
Yeah.
be it whatever it may be, this is not life. Life's the afterlife.
Yeah.
Because the spirit is eternal. We'll get to religion at an episode.
Yeah, I don't know why. I
Any
said
given
Catholic,
episode,
but-
we'll talk about religion. I love religion. My God, I completely lost my track.
A second example of fiction.
Matrix, right. If we think, remember when I told you about the color pink?
Yeah,
It's
alright.
hallucination.
This doesn't exist, alright. Our brain makes it exist. Okay.
Well, can you prove to me that this glass looks like you see it?
I don't think I can.
If I see different, how can you prove to me that this glass is like you may describe it?
Okay.
Because, why am I saying that? Because when we think about, we don't see, we don't hear, we don't taste, we don't touch. I forgot. We don't smell, right? Our brain interprets signals,
Of the exterior
of the stimulus we have. So basically, we don't see the glass. Our eyes capture the light that comes from the glass, that reflects from the glass, it turns into an electric impulse that our brain processes, and I think then it draws that, and we see the glass.
Yeah.
How can you say to me that the way I look at your face is the same thing you see when you look at the mirror?
I can't. Alright.
Another craze everybody has, when you listen to your own voice in recordings. Why?
It's different.
We have everything about, our music box. We have the cranium and how the sound goes and everything. But isn't it different? Isn't your brain interpreting the same sound differently?
It is.
So basically, our entire life experience and hallucination. Want to see that proved? A dream.
Yeah, okay.
Many times we dream, we don't know we're dreaming. It's real. You only get to know it was a dream when you wake up.
Yeah, exactly.
So, we tend to live in a matrix. So our life is fiction. A practical example of fiction. Let's say you have a life goal.
A life goal, okay.
You have something you want to achieve. Isn't it fiction?
It is, because into the future, you don't even know if it's gonna happen or not.
Right. So,
but in your head,
it just got interesting, right? You have this fiction, and you want to make it happen, right? It's a goal. You want to achieve that.
yeah, it is.
So it's a drama.
Yeah.
And to make it happen, you gotta enter into chaos to generate a goal, which is order. At the end of the day.
Okay.
So we have everything, swirling around.
Connects.
Everything connects.
Yeah. Alright.
Ooh.
That's what.
I laugh with myself because
You just thought about it and
right now I just
really
made
well.
it happen now. Just glued everything. I'm gonna drink some water. Drink water.
Yeah, okay. I'll drink.
It's important if everybody drinks a lot of water. So
And
I'm kind of digesting what I've just said.
that was good. Another thing we can think about is the way we conceptualize things.
Right.
Because most of the times, at least, we conceptualize things by the meaning of them, the use, and not by what it really is. What is this shit?
Water.
No, I mean,
But it
maybe
depends,
the glass.
Let's get interesting. We have a plant here, a snake plant here behind me. We won't see because of the camera. We won't lift the vase for you to see.
Yeah.
Right, I have a snake plant here. If you look at the plant, what is it? For Marcus, what's this plant?
A plant.
Right.
All
You
right.
can say it's beautiful, it's ugly, it's up to you, right?
All right.
If you're a biologist looking at this plant, what is it?
I have no idea because I know nothing about biology and about plants, but
Well, you can imagine some utterly different,
yeah.
right?
Is it a espada?
Espada de São Jorge in Portuguese.
I don't know the name in English, so
Snake plant.
Snake plant.
Snake plant.
Nice.
The scientific name is Sansevieria.
Okay. We got to a whole new level right now.
So, if you're looking as a biologist, it's not a snake plant, it's a Sansevieria. A type of Sansevieria. Because we have plenty of types of Sansevieria.
Alright.
The small ones, you have the ones with the yellow gold, many different types of this plant. So, you're gonna say, does it like a lot of sun? Does it like to be in the shadows? Does it like what war? Doesn't like war? Many things. Different. If you look at it as a religious perspective, which is why it is here, it is used to protect against bad energies. And specifically in this corner here, because of this, its magical purposes. Alright? The shape is something different. So, the way you look at things, change things. Isn't it fiction?
For sure. Isn't it fiction? Is it thing West? Yeah, probably.
Right.
Right. Come on.
And then you get to discover you live in a matrix, because until this very minute, it was just a plant. Now you know its scientific name. You know what magic use you have.
I already forgot the scientific name, by the way.
But you get the idea. You now know many things you didn't just a minute ago.
Yeah, sure.
So you broke out of the matrix at least a little bit. Every time you learn something new, you get out of this matrix. Your fiction gets more real.
Okay, that's a good conception.
I think I'm inspired today. That's why I love talking about philosophy.
Sometimes it happens. I don't know, but when I'm alone, I am a lot more philosophical.
I think that's the very point. And that's meditation. That's meditation. When you stop.
What I mean is that I can't just come here in front of a camera and start talking everything I probably would think alone about.
I know that. And that's what I said, that's meditation.
Okay.
Meditation is not sitting in a lotus pose with your fingers like that. No! It has nothing, zero to do with that. Meditation is to looking at things from a meditative point of view. A contemplative contemplation of life. That's when you make philosophy.
Alright, awesome.
It's very interesting.
It is.
Life is interesting.
It is.
There's a YouTube channel I follow. It has a slogan. Let me remember it properly to paraphrase. I think reality is more fantastic than any fiction. Or reality is more fantastic than any fantasy.
Okay.
Because when you start to philosophize, my new word, to philosophize about things, you get, startled by what you can learn just by thinking.
Yeah, sure.
Just by getting your chaos into order and fueling with more chaos.
By the way, thinking philosophically is really, really a good way to read a book. If you want to try it,
There's a Russian, wow, right, just in time to talk about the Russia. There's a Russian, I think, spiritual leader, let's say that. It's called Elena Petrovna Blavatsky. Shit. Elena Blavatsky. HPB, right? Elena Blavatsky. She was one of the greatest thinkers of ever, right? A truck, a lorry. Oh boy. Well, Elena Blavatsky, she founded a religion, theosophy, which comes from Theos, God.
Alright.
And Sophia, knowledge.
Interesting.
So it's divine knowledge.
Alright.
And they have an interesting slogan, which is the religion itself, which is no religion is higher than the truth. And Blavatsky, she used to say there are 13 ways to read a book or to assess any given knowledge for you to empty. So let's say you have order, chaos, fiction, and drama.
Okay.
You have 13 ways of looking into it before you empty it. Before I can say, I know everything about it.
Okay.
I can't even say the 13 things because I don't know.
Alright, no problem.
But there are many. Let's say you have numerological, astrological, philosophical, alchemical, divine, kabbalistic. You have many, you have 13 ways of looking at the same subject. And because 13 was too much, she picked up one another that were basically the same, glued together, and there are 11.
Okay, not too much less, but 11, yeah, it's good.
So you can only say you've read a book, you just emptied the book when you read it 11 times by 11 different aspects. Then you know everything about it.
And that's not something that anyone could do. I don't think that everyone would have the capacity to do that.
She could.
Yeah, she could, but
She could.
She's another level. Because
Surely.
before you have to know everything about the 11 aspects.
Yeah.
And
You have to understand the 11 aspects. And you have to look at each aspect by 11 aspects. So,
come on. It's
square,
It probably took 2 decades of study for her to get to this level.
Yeah, so as I said, square.
Shit. Yeah, it's a lot. Okay.
So
It's amazing.
11 times 11, you have 121 ways of viewing things before you can start viewing things by 11 ways. And these 11 ways can unfold themselves another 11, that can unfold another 11, and ad infinitum.
Come on. Shit.
It's a lot of things.
Yeah, but probably she doesn't read a lot of books because for you to do a study like this one, it probably takes some time. It has to be an important thing.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how many time she takes to really do a job like that, but it's amazing. It's amazing. Come on. I would like to be able to do that, but
I don't think I would. Imagine how boring your life can be.
well, man, if I could just plug it in my head like in Matrix and be able to understand everything.
Right.
But
That's a completely different level.
yeah, but I don't think that I'm going to study to get there because it takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
And
Just-
you need
just
to
amazing.
Yeah, and you need to be really prone to do that.
You gotta have drive,
Yeah. I don't have drive
for
for
real intent of mastering the world, mastering life.
yeah.
And you won't do that in one existence. Because you cannot just sit there and study. You gotta work, you gotta relate to people, you've gotta live your life.
Yeah.
So that's another very important aspect of life. You gotta live dramas and the chaoses, is the plural of chaos, chaoses maybe, and the orders and the fictions.
Yeah. Well, I really don't have drive to learn this area. So
We can get contempt.
I'll keep with my language learning, some philosophy and psychology.
Let's get to a point. When you look at English, for example,
Yeah.
we, as a teacher, you have ways of looking at it.
Yeah, for sure.
You have grammatical, you have orthography. You have many ways of looking into a language.
Sure.
Aren't you emptying, extracting all the knowledge it has? You can take from it.
Well, I'm trying.
Don't you have a drive?
Sure.
So that's it. That's why in spiritualistic religions we used to say when you come to this life, when we're born, we have an agenda. We follow. We have a life goal. And that's it. Something you're gonna dive deep head on. So you master it.
Yeah.
So when you leave this life, then you get to the other life experience. When you're going to have another goal. So master another thing, and so on and so forth.
And you'll never stop.
And never stop, because knowledge is infinite.
Yeah.
The objective of every religion is to reincarnate to the point you get to be God, to be unified with God. So you can get a guess of how much you gotta study in your many existences.
Yeah. Come on. Interesting.
I think it's quite a lot.
It is. It is. And
Well, with the
I think that's it for this episode, isn't
yeah.
it?
Do you wanna add something else?
I don't think so.
I think people are having headaches by now.
Probably.
Kind of heavy episode, right?
Yeah, it was, but it was good. It was good.
Did I say in the beginning that we have an entire episode just about order and chaos?
Yeah. And we really did.
I told you. So we're going. I think we're gonna split this. What was the main purpose of this episode? I don't remember. Society? No. Psychology or philosophy? Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
So I think we're going to make a series about it. Good. We have plenty of subjects. Right. And we have plenty of trucks.
Yeah.
And airplanes, because we live in a military city. The bases for Brazilian Air Force and their trucks. I hate saying trucks. I'm saying lorry because I'm fucking British. We have planes and we have noise. A hell of a noise.
Lorries.
So,
Okay.
I think that's it.
That's it.
To wrap up.
Yeah. Thank you guys, and don't forget to like.
Subscribe. Leave a comment below. Did you like this heavy thinking?
Yeah.
Did it make
really
you think? Did it make you think? I sometimes get.
Oh, it's probably did. Probably did. And don't forget to check out for our Instagrams. It's gonna be in the description down below and probably up here somewhere. So,
Thank you guys and
see you
on the next one.